welcome to Alongside Lauren. I am Lauren and welcome to my kitchen. I'm so glad that we get to hang out for a little bit this Sunday afternoon as I get a few bits and pieces that will hopefully make my life easier this week. So if this is your first time joining us, if you're expecting there to be a lot of recipes and haute cuisine, this is probably not the show for you. But if you're after just hanging out and having a little bit of fun while I share some of my little tips and tricks along the way for meal prepping, then you have definitely come to the right place. This week we are all about comfort food because it has been a little bit cooler in our neck of the woods, well, by southeast Queensland coastal standards at least. And so we are going to be preparing macaroni cheese and bolognese, and I'm also going to be poaching some chicken for our wraps for lunches for next week. And here joining me is my sous chef Heath.
Hello there. Yes. And husband.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yes.
Most importantly, first and foremost, husband, then sous chef. And Heath is very patient and understanding and loves to allow me to kind of try out some of the weird and wonderful bits and pieces that I can sometimes come up with when it comes with food.
But that is because everything that she prepares is normally very, very nice. Occasionally we'll have something that's, 80%, but most of the time it's 100%. So yes, you're very good at cooking. So I'm ready to help.
Excellent.
I think that we've got some things that we're cooking that were like bargain basement purchases.
Yeah.
So
We well and truly are. So, first of all, we have got some people coming over tonight for a bit of a potluck dinner with our Bible study, and so I am going to make a macaroni cheese.
Hey,
And
great
the
start.
way that my mum makes macaroni cheese is that she'll often do like a really tasty crumb topping.
Nice.
Like sort of a breadcrumby kind of topping to go with the macaroni cheese.
Mm-hmm.
The macaroni cheese is also going to be a fantastic way for me to use up a whole bunch of the odds and ends of cheese that we have ended up with.
We
from
always
some
end
cheese
up
platters.
with leftover cheese from having people over, mostly
Yep.
from our Bible study.
Yeah,
but yeah, it can
yeah,
be all
yeah.
sorts of things. So
So this is an opportunity to use up some of those bits and pieces.
Yep.
And I'm also going to have a crack at doing something a little bit different that I haven't done before with a
What a
crumb
surprise.
topping. I know, who knew? So I'm going to grab a bowl.
all right.
And part of the stuff that I haven't tried before with the crumb topping is going to be adding some potato chips to it. So
Potato chips,
we hosted some friends for
State of
Origin on Wednesday night, and we were left with some wonderful snacky leftovers, which I cannot be trusted with. So good to be able to use some of these up.
All right.
I have got some potato chips here that I reckon I am going to... here we go. Let me just do that. Scrunch it up in the bag and into the bowl it will go. So they will add some salt and also some crunchiness and a bit of oil to the crumb mix, which is kind of what we're wanting to create the crispiness. And as I often find myself going, it could be good, could be terrible. So that's how it sort of looks nice and crushed up.
Great. Yep. Crushed chips. Perfect.
Now, the next bit that I am going to add in to make our crumb will be some leftover bread that we've got in the freezer.
One of our breads from a previous.
Yes, from a previous Bible study. We'll
Catch
often
up.
do
Yes.
some just like fresh bread that we'll sort of heat in the
How much
oven.
of it are you going to do? All
I
of
think
it?
I don't know because I've got the chips there. I do have a tendency to overcrumb, as you
We'll
know.
warn you in advance that this is going to be loud.
Oh yeah. Thank
Whenever
you.
we blitz things in the Thermomix,
It's
particularly frozen bread.
So I'm just crunching up the bread. Oh, do you reckon we'll just do it all? No, I might do one more.
No, don't do any more that you don't want to, that you don't think you're going to use because it'll dilute the chips.
There we go.
No one wants to dilute
No
the
one
chips.
wants. That is correct. No one wants
No.
to dilute the chips. All right. So
So that's back in the freezer?
back
Okay,
into
I
the
can do that.
freezer. Perfect.
I can do that.
And to the bread. I popped a pot of boiling water on for the pasta because I thought it would take ages.
And it's already boiling.
And of course it's already boiling.
Yeah.
So one tip that I would have if you're making macaroni cheese is not to fully cook it before you bake it again.
Makes sense.
Because otherwise you'll end up with really smushy pasta.
Yep.
So I'm just going to pop this in. Pop the lid on a little bit, not fully because otherwise it'll end up boiling over. And I'm going to pop the timer on for 6 minutes, I reckon.
Just winging it?
Just winging it.
Okay, while
Alright.
that's happening, is there anything that I can be doing on the side here?
Well, I was going to get you to crush the chips, but that's fine. Because I did it.
Yeah.
So this week for our lunches, we are going to be eating some falafel that we got on clearance in pita bread that we got on clearance. And we're going to prep some salad to go with it. So if you want to grab out the spinach and a container, and I've got cucumber. I was thinking cucumber, capsicum, and the spinach. Do we want to do grated carrot, do you reckon, or?
I'm just trying to track any of this down. Yeah. It's a bit of grated carrot's a good idea.
Okay, so I've just got...
You've got some
2
carrot out already.
I've got a wee carrot out. Yeah, there's another carrot out. I'm going to add in 2 garlic cloves. And I've got some herbs that I picked from the garden. So I've just got basil.
Yo.
A
Like
sneeze.
Okay,
and
so I
some
found
parsley.
I found the spinach. It's a whopping 400
I know.
grams.
I think maybe I
That is a
bought too
lot
much.
of spinach. That is a lot of spinach. It's hefty. It's heavy.
With importance.
All
So
right.
I've got the parsley, garlic. Oh. No, don't turn it.
Well,
just take the lid off.
Yep.
Great.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, the macaroni is just sticking to each other a little
Being
bit.
a bit cheeky.
That's all right. Give it a wee stir. Excellent. And while I remember, I will get out the colander.
Got a little comment there from Ainsley saying that macaroni cheese is a bit of a favourite.
Too right.
Love using smoked cheddar for it.
Oh yes, we've got smoked cheddar with ours too, because I grated all the leftover bits and pieces of cheese that we had that included some smoked cheddar.
Yeah.
And truffle cheddar, champagne cheddar. It's actually quite like a fancy one. Now,
Yeah.
normally in my crumb topping, I would use butter. But what I thought I would do instead of butter is I have got some ash brie that was left from the cheese board.
Perfect.
That I
Which
have-
we had on our burgers today
Yes,
for lunch.
it was amazing.
It was
Which
amazing.
I've cut into small cubes, like
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, sort of 2 centimeters cubed.
Mm-hmm.
And I have popped it in the freezer, so it's really cold
Ah.
and hard.
Ah.
And so I'm going to use that instead of butter
All right.
in the crumb.
So when you blitz it, hopefully it
Hopefully.
won't turn to goop because
That's my plan because it's
nice and cold.
hard.
Got it.
But as previously stated, could be good, could be terrible, who knows? All right,
Who
let's see how we go.
Sorry about the noise, everybody.
All right, let's see how we go. Ooh,
What do you think?
I reckon a little bit longer, but that looks like
That's coming up okay?
it has. I was worried that by using the camembert, it would have just turned into a really mushy blob. But that's like
Yeah, it's coming
crumb.
together. Nice.
Cool. All right, I'm going
Alright.
to do like a couple more seconds, I reckon.
Very good.
Sorry again. Perfection. And I haven't added in any extra salt because my theory is that there should be enough salt in the chips.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the herbs there just to add that extra bit of flavour. But if I'm feeling risky, I can add in some extra grated cheese and we put it on top if I'm concerned that it's not quite enough. Woo! Don't do that. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
Well, at this stage, it could still taste horrendous. Who
No,
knows?
that'll be great. You know it.
He's right.
It'll
I'm
be
just
great.
being cheeky.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to make the cheesy bechamel to go with the... it did sound like it was getting a bit
Both did a
vigorous
quick
there.
turnaround.
So I've just got a really tiny little carrot. And I'm going to chop up an equally little wee onion. And that would
Time is
be...
done.
Sorry, sweetheart. Oh. Are you serious? I just dropped it.
Ah,
That's all right. It was in my mouth and it fell on the floor.
what's the verdict?
That's perfect
Is
for
it?
what we need.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's al
It-
dente.
al dente. Well, it's a little bit firmer than al dente, but because
Firmer.
it's going to get... That's too hot.
It's the
for me now.
only pasta term I know.
It's Italian for to the tooth.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of other terms for pasta and their level of cookedness, but
Well, I don't know if you do, because like al dente is the level of cooked that you want. All the other
That's
ones
it.
would just be like
they're wrong.
crapola. Sorry.
To the feet.
Or what would that just mean? It tastes like feet, or
Maybe.
is it like too squishy?
To the gum.
Oh, I don't know if that's better. Well,
No.
actually, I think it's better than to the foot.
Yeah.
To the feet. Sorry, I should say. All right, so we'll just let that drain. So normally if I was cooking like a fancy pasta dish or something like that, I would have retained some of the pasta water, but this is macaroni cheese. This is all about the comfort food. So with the carrot and stuff,
Yeah.
did you want to do what we normally do with a container?
Well, yeah, I can.
Because the spinach will get... It is a lot of spinach.
It's a lot of spinach. All I was thinking was because we're just going to be pulling it out and...
Yeah, but I'm just concerned about the spinach getting manky by the end of the week.
Okay. So you're thinking containerizing it
Yeah,
and
containerising it.
putting paper towel down
Yep.
will help it last
So
the
this
week.
is our little trick if we're prepping salad for the week, is that we'll get I'd say bigger.
Okay.
Oh, no, I guess you're right. No, because I need to remember that it's going in the pitters. It's not a like side salad.
Yeah. This is just storage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just got some bacon. And I'm going to blitz the onion and carrot. Oh, garlic, of course. You know, we're just doing our bit to make sure that we don't succumb to any of those awful respiratory illnesses that have been going around by eating a boatload of garlic.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about.
Totally.
It's not that we love garlic.
No, not at all.
That's just a bonus. So yeah, you were right. In this instance, I needed a slightly bigger container. It's a bit full, but I can probably squish it down a bit. Ta-da!
Da, 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 da.
Now, is there any other salad that we want in our
Capsicum.
capsicum?
There is cucumber as well, but that voice means that Heath don't want the cucumber.
I'll do some cucumber.
You don't have to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Peeling.
Alrighty. Cucumber and capsicum, you said.
And then once you've done that, I think it will be very important for you to sort out some wine for
A
us.
drink.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so we've got 3 garlic cloves because why not? Even though there's 2 garlic cloves in the crumb as well. And we'll just give that a quick blitz. Perfect. Squish it down. Just a technical term.
For squishing it down.
Squishing it down. You have to say it like your auntie.
Got it.
And then adding in some bacon. It doesn't have to be frozen, just that mine was because I forgot to pull it out earlier to defrost. So when Heath was talking about the ash brie that we had some what do you call them? Like alternative meats?
Oh, yes. Meat substitute?
Meat substitute? I don't know. We bought some like substitute chicken because it was on clearance. I'm like slightly obsessed with getting really good. Well, I'm always obsessed with getting good deals at the moment, but we've discovered our local Coles. I don't know what it is about Thursday nights, but it just seems to do like some cracking deals.
Yep.
And we got some really cheap.
They're like burger patties.
Yeah, like chicken, like fake chicken burger patties.
Yep.
Anyway, cooked and had like no sort of expectations about how good they would be. Had them for lunch today. Oh my gosh.
They were delicious.
They were really delicious.
I gotta be honest.
I wouldn't
taste
say it
like
tastes
a
like
chicken
chicken.
burger,
No.
but it had the
had a bit of-
mouthfeel
yeah,
of
like a bit of bounce
something.
to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it had the right mouthfeel. If I was asked, I would go, I don't know what meat that is.
No.
It's not. It didn't really taste like a meat at all.
No. But because Heath and I are not vegan, we had like ash brie with our fake chicken. It was really good. And some leftover avocado dip.
Yep.
And other bits and pieces. Now, Heath is very busy working away on salad, which is awesome. And one of the things that I have got to go with our sort of falafel pita wraps this week is I have made labna, which is basically just Greek-style yogurt or like a plain yogurt that you strain to get more of the whey out of. And so
it's very similar to any sort of cheese, right?
Yeah.
But you don't make it on milk, do you?
No, you make it on yogurt.
Right.
And I've added some oregano to it. And that will get spread in with our wraps. So I just let it strain overnight.
So is that what that dark stuff is? That's oregano?
The oregano, yeah,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
be alarmed.
Yeah. Alarmed. I wasn't alarmed. I was a little bit alarmed.
You're a little bit alarmed.
Okay. And you had a bit of whey left, didn't you?
Yeah, and so the whey that I had in that I had strained, so I had it sitting in like a strainer basket and then just in this container in the fridge overnight. I pulled out the whey this morning, which is the liquid that was left in the container, and have used it to marinate the chicken that we're
Nice.
about to cook. So, yeah, it's sort of, and that was 500 grams worth of yogurt that we also got on sale. And that's made, sort of a container of
That's awesome.
labna that size.
Yep.
And what I was thinking would be really nice to sort of go with it and add a bit of additional flavour is our favourite bagel seasoning, which I'll just sprinkle
Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks kind of pro.
a little bit on the top.
So one of the things that Lauren is amazing at is turning second-rate product into first-rate product. So we had some old yogurt that we got on special, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you turned it into that amazing
Yeah, into labna,
little mix.
which is pretty cool.
So that's awesome.
Now, we've got the bacon, onion, and carrot has sort of cooked, which is lovely.
All right, I am finishing off this salad for our lunches, and that gives me the opportunity to come up with what we're going to have to drink.
The important things.
What's it going to be?
What will it be now? Sorry. Don't come at me, copyright. Okay. Now, we're going to get on with our...
Remember all of that talk about putting paper towel down? And
Oh, dude!
I didn't put any paper towel down. All right. Huh.
Do you reckon bigger container paper towel?
No. I think paper towel on top, and I'm going to store it upside down.
Ah! You're such an engineer.
It's
All right.
it's good enough, right?
Good enough
Classic.
for government work. All right. Gonna add in butter.
Nope.
You might need to get a fresh paper towel out of the
I
laundry.
might. Yeah. You're adding butter?
I am adding butter. For butter is life. Actually, while you're going to the laundry,
Yes.
can you just pop that tea towel straight
course.
into the washing machine?
Yep.
I'll give it a wash.
It's not dripping or anything, is it? No,
It shouldn't be.
it's fine.
So 80 grams of butter. Will this be 80? I think it's going to come close. It's a little bit over. That's all right. What's a bit of extra between friends? And milk. So when we did a big pantry clean out last week, I came across some long life milk, which was just slightly past its best before. So this seems like the perfect dish to use it up in.
Well, I'm not sure we've got any paper towel.
Oh, garage.
Yeah, that was my next stop. Haha. Yeah, we have plenty of paper towel. We got a Costco buy of paper towel. There's like 20 of these still. Excellent. All right, Heath attempts to preserve salad, take 2.
Looks like we're using up that long life milk too, which is perfect. Plain flour. Aha. Yeah, so the chicken was really good. It did feel weird having like meat alternative with cheese on it, but you know.
Yeah, no, it was really good. And I would have it again, but I would not pay a premium for it. So getting it
I
at the
think they were
discounted
like
price made sense.
$8.50
Yeah,
normally,
yeah,
and I think we paid $1.75.
yeah.
$1.75 I was perfectly happy with.
Very discounted is the right amount. Okie dokie.
Thank you, dokie, schmicky.
What else have we got going on?
Drink.
Drink. Oh,
I feel like
That's
we
right.
keep coming back to that thing.
Yes.
That's something.
anything you feel like in particular?
I don't know. I guess just like whatever is not going to be.
Huh.
We don't have anything white that's cold.
All right. Well, we've got a ginger beer here,
Yeah.
and I could start making some form of cocktail that's based on it. What do you think?
Sounds good.
What do you think?
Veggie stock concentrate into the macaroni. Two tablespoons, I reckon.
Oh,
What?
what are your thoughts on a spiced cane
Oh, yeah.
rum with ginger beer? Yeah,
I have good thoughts.
bit of a dark and stormy, I think, is what they
Oh,
call it.
yeah. Well, I think we've got limes in the.
But yeah, I'd like to punch it up with something else as well.
We don't have any cracked pepper at the moment, do we?
No, unfortunately not. That is empty. It's weird that that's making noise though. Now, you said we had some lime or lime juice or something. did you
Limes, yeah. And nutmeg.
Oh, there. Is this a lime? That's a hua.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
So we've got whole nutmeg. If you get the opportunity to, freshly grated whole nutmeg compared to the jarred stuff, it's just a whole other world. So
It also has a really good looking cross section. That doesn't make a lot of sense until you actually see it, but because
want
the
me to-
nutmeg nuts are huge, like
yeah, so they're like
they're
that big.
quite large.
Yeah.
As you grate through, you start to see the cross section of
Beautiful.
them. And it looks really,
And
really
nutmeg
cool.
is it's such a classic pairing with like a milky white sauce or with pumpkin.
Mm.
Alrighty. And we'll just add in some cheese that I've already grated. Did I already pull it out? Yeah, I
Um,
did. So here is all of the cheese that I grated earlier. And I'll just...
All right, juice and a bit of lime. Should be nice.
I reckon 100 grams of cheese should be enough.
So, let's see.
Maybe 150. What's up?
I had a note that Talisha was asking, where do you get nutmeg nuts from?
Oh, you just buy whole nutmeg.
Talitha Troost, actually.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. Hey, Talitha.
Hi, Talitha.
You just get them, like I've got the Hoyt's branded ones, so you just get them at the supermarket in the herb and spice aisle. So, which is perfect.
They look really cool. And you're right, it's such a good flavour, both in sweet food, but also
Yeah.
in these savoury foods like cheese stuff.
So now we are going to get the sauce saucing.
All right. Okie dokie.
And just let that cook away.
Hmm.
Oh,
Question
heck,
is
that
how-
the time?
How much of this one? Today has gotten away from us a little bit, hasn't it?
My goodness, I thought it still had a 3 in front. Boy, was I wrong. Whew.
Okay, a bit of lime juice. It's something that Lauren and I discovered, like when it comes to sort of gingery drinks, they're often very sweet, and then occasionally you come across one that has quite a bit of an acidic hit, like
Yes.
a sourness,
Yeah.
and it balances it really well. And so, yes, we're a big fan of that.
You got that sort of nice contrast with the heat from the ginger.
Yep.
So I've just popped the macaroni into the pot, which will make life a little bit easier when it comes time to adding the sauce. So I'm making like a full litre worth of macaroni of the sauce, which hopefully won't be too much. We shall see what we shall see.
I'm just adding a bit more
Bit
sourness.
more lime to taste.
Uh-huh. Give it a little stir. It's a bit better. All right. One of these bad boys. Occasionally, Lauren and I will dehydrate sliced citrus, and it's a really good way if you've got like citrus
Yeah, that needs to be used
in,
up.
in excess, like if you've got a tree or something that has plenty and you need to use some up. Works really well, looks really cool. Oh, we're good, right?
Cheers.
All right, swig that.
Oh, that is good. That is really good.
Yeah, it's got a good zing to it.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, next up,
Is I'll just get a few bits and pieces prepped for the bolognese. So the bolognese is designed to basically use up leftovers, which is awesome. So I've got a sort of bag of celery that was at risk of getting manky in the fridge, and so I just chopped it into...
I'm just trying to keep this a
That's
little
fine.
quiet.
So I just chopped it into smaller pieces and popped it in the freezer, ready to go for a dish like this. The recipe will also need some carrot. So I'll grab another carrot out. And some, there's just a little bit of the offcut of tomato that I'll add in from our burgers today. So I'll just get that carrot prepped and ready. You just remind me of the maids in Mary Poppins when they were getting ready for the clock, or
Yep.
like the
Yep.
posts.
Posts.
And I've
Very
got
good.
some onions that I'll get ready as well. So I think we need about 100 grams worth of onion. You can
Awesome.
pop that in the bin.
All right. Great.
So I'll just get those chopped. So we're just waiting for the...
This has 7 minutes. I'm just going to do this. There we go. That'll do right.
I think it was...
I wasn't going to be able to stand there for 7 minutes.
No. Well, I mean, you could, but it would be very boring.
Correct.
So just chopping the onion. Oh, it's a bit more skin on that one. So the other thing that we did yesterday was to check out the Madrabah show,
Oh, yeah.
which was great.
It was.
It's been a while since I've been to a good sort of show. I guess that would be like a fair, if you're sort of in the northern hemisphere, I guess. But yeah, lots of miniature goat showing and
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
crafts and
Yep. Wood chopping.
wood chopping and
Making
Girl-
your own wool on a wheel.
with spinning. I find wool spinning so fascinating.
That was pretty cool. Watching all the ladies doing that was pretty cool.
My
Wood
mum had,
turning?
wood
Oh, sorry.
turning. Oh no, I was going to say my mum had
Yeah.
a spinning wheel when I was growing up, so it was really, really cool to see that again.
Yep.
And yeah, the wood turning was amazing, wasn't it, hun? I reckon Heath and I were sort of talking last night at dinner and discussing what
What sort of activities
sort
we'd
of
like to take
activities
up?
we'd like to take up. There was a really good quilting display, so quilting is probably my...
You're already onto that.
I'm already onto that.
Well and truly. So, yeah. The quilt show was really cool, and some of the quilts that people had made looked really good. It was really impressive.
Really impressive.
Yeah.
And just great to see, people taking the time to do things that they're passionate about. And yeah, it was really good. I'll grab some garlic for this as well.
What a surprise, more garlic.
It's a different dish though, so it's okay.
It's very active, isn't it? Oh. Okay.
It's just decided to be a bit quieter.
That's a much better noise. You didn't like this here, did you?
Nope. Well, part of it needs to actually be able to evaporate a little bit.
Okay.
So,
All right, fair enough. That makes sense.
so I'll just finish peeling the garlic.
I hope I didn't break it. I'm sorry if I broke it.
Worst comes to worst, we just cook it for longer. It's not the end of the world. It's white sauce, I'll be right.
It'll be right.
2, maybe 3. You can pop that one back in the fridge.
Oh, sure.
It's smelling good though.
Very good.
So I guess once we've put the macaroni cheese together, that will sort of be it for the macaroni cheese. I think I might potentially, I'm looking at my wrist and I don't have a watch
Non-existent
on.
watch. Yeah.
I think we may run out of time to get the bolognese stuff
Sure.
prepped. So I'll finish cutting up the tomato. Do I do that?
Are they frozen?
Yeah. So these were tomatoes that I also had bought that were going to
Solid.
that were getting to the point where they were fine, but I didn't need to use them immediately, and I was concerned that they were going to get
Yep.
a bit gross. So I figured
Makes sense.
just freeze them. I probably should have cut them into some sort of manageable size, but oh well.
No, that's fine.
We live
No,
and we
well-
learn.
Easy enough to cut up now. So
But no, so this bolognese is just going to end up being a really good way to use up a whole bunch of stuff that we've got in various spots. The other thing that's going into the bolognese is some mushroom that I had bought on clearance. So we've got a mixture of very fancy portobello mushrooms
Oh, wow.
and also some wee enoki mushrooms, which are the ones that kind of just look like, they look a little bit like noodles with heads,
yeah.
which are really cool. And if you're wondering why they look a bit squishy, it's because when I bought them, they were pretty close to their use-by date, so I just froze them and have defrosted them. So they're not something that I would necessarily want to use where they're going to be like raw or anything like that, because, well,
Yeah.
you saw what it looked like when I picked it up. But
Yeah.
for something like a bolognese, it will be perfectly edible, perfectly delicious, and means that we're going to add like sort of, I think I did the pricing, and it works out to be about $16 or thereabouts worth of far fancier mushrooms than just your standard white button.
Yeah.
For, I think it worked out to be $2.50 for the
Bargain.
enoki and for the portobello.
It's weighty.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah, wow.
about 400 grams worth of mushrooms there.
Yeah. I was going to say, it weighs about the same as the spinach you bought.
Sorry.
Weighs exactly the same as the spinach you bought.
So we'll just keep getting things prepped. We'll keep things cooking along with the macaroni cheese. We hope that you are also taking some time this afternoon to get bits and pieces prepared for your week. We can't wait to do it all again with you next Sunday as well, which is going to be going to be awesome. So we hope that this has been a good opportunity as well for you to think about some ways that you're able to use ingredients a little bit differently in your meals, take advantage of some of those sales with everything getting so expensive at the moment. And we look forward to seeing you again next Sunday for Alongside Lauren.